Peter Obi has gathered more momentum than Atiku, former APC stalwart Mauzug Magaji, with the three leading candidates for president having selected their respective running mates. Analysts have begun assessing their respective chances in the 2023 national elections. Earlier today, former Kano State Commissioner of Works, Alhaji Muzau Magaji, said on Channels Television Sunrise Daily that Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has more support from voters than the other major party candidates, including PDP flag bearer Atiku and APC leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Magaji is a former member of the APC's campaign council, went on to say that the 2023 presidential election will be very different to the ones that just took place, because not only do the masses want something different from what the current administration has given them, but there's also an unprecedented number of new voters entering the picture. The former commissioner claims that Peter Obi has done a better job than any of the other candidates at an appealing to this yearning. In reality, in his words, they are craving something new. If Atiku has connected to it, Obi has done it even more effectively, but while Kwakwanso is keeping an eye on things in the north, Peter Obi is busy making a difference, says Magaji. I think one key thing that Muzau Magaji has said is the fact that there are now new entrants into the voting population, and we could potentially see the voting population possibly double. You know what? Let me even check statistically what the voting population in Nigeria was for 2019. Nigeria, because I think if it could double, I think there'd be a major difference, and I think it's going to. Well, it says registered voters, but I don't think. Okay, now it says registered were 82,344,107 voters. However, I think the actual number of those that voted were not. Okay, so what they want is basically 35% of the population, of that population. So let me calculate that. So 0.35 times. Exactly. So 29 million, basically 30 million people voted in 2019. So let's not even get into technicalities of breaking those votes down and if they're legitimate and where they came from. What I'm saying is we could literally see a rise in the voting population, which can change results drastically. And I guess this is the faith and confidence that a lot of people have, that potentially this election will be different. If the voting population doubles to 60 million, that would be quite impressive. And then we will actually see, then we can say that's the first real election, because there is actually competition, and then there's the actual market that needs to vote. So that's a good sign, very, very good sign. Let's look at what the comments are saying. First, PDP and APC are having sleepless night over Peter Obi. They said that they don't have structure, and I believe that. I think even before now, Obaseki of the PDP has come out to say that we need to curb this movement. And then, of course, APC is out here throwing accusations left, right, center through their mini agents like Joe Bokwe, for example, just trying to taint the image of Peter Obi via his supporters. Renamoka and the PDP has been doing the same thing. There are just a lot of people doing that same thing. And they're representative of this party. So, again, they're mini agents, especially the ones that are able to go on Twitter and actually have the time to converse with, with the Nigerian public. You see, they are the ones who realize. Look at Renault Moki. He's quaking. He's shaking in his boots because Nigerians are not taking it easy. Not that they should, but it shows how serious they are that they're not willing to take anything. And I think this puts better use of the Nigerian population or Nigerian youth's power. Voting and getting the PVCs it's a better use of the population's energy. rather than just creating that buzz. Because an argument that these parties could use against the youth is the fact that, in previous times with movements, it just seems like we're going to get that result and things just fall flat. It's because we haven't found an outlet. And I think now the energy has found its outlet to be used where to achieve results, it means we need to get our PVCs. It's a direct line of action. And I think that's just all we needed the whole time. Not that we didn't know what to do. We had energy. We had the force to do it. We just didn't know where to direct the energy. I want to really focus on. Another comment here states, the man with vision, the pragmatist, the economist, the man who wants to turn Nigeria around. All in the person of Peter Obi. Tinubu and Atiku, gone are the days you two will reign. As this person says, gone are your days, because I know, yes, usually in the world, politicians stay for a very long time, but in Africa, it's a, I don't know. You've had your time. You've had your time in power. Why are you coming back? Joe Biden has done the same thing. A lot of people can, still want to soar in the political ladder. We get it. But you have public records of, being integrity challenged, as Fashimi would say. You have so much evidence against you, and because you're so used to Nigeria's impunity where you feel you're not going to get the consequences, that is why you have such confidence, even after committing atrocities, to still want to gun for president of Nigeria. I think it just shows lack of respect of the people. They don't genuinely respect the people. And why would you put somebody there that would not even have your best interest at heart? Nigerians have learned. I think Buhari's regime has made everyone's eyes clear. I think the problem is, why did you have to wait this long? You can ask that, you can argue that, but I guess the time has come, because, you can argue the longer we wait, the more damage, would be made. But I don't think Nigerians are willing. I think Nigerians have been taught a lesson. So yeah, I think, you can say in a way Buhari is good news, because if anything would open the eyes of the people or trigger the people to see what they did not want to see or force them to make change, then you might say that's a positive change. Would you say so too? A prudent view of political development. You will all fall. Okay. Obi has given the Nigerian youth the test of their life by giving them this educated young man with integrity, dati, which means he said which means that what he said is what he will do. Okay? I think one thing that, again, as much as I want to support, please just remove your emotions. But I think one thing that I'd commend with Peter Obi's running mate is the fact that he's an educationist. And I think that should be like a radical movement across the country. Education is such an important part of your labor market. Again, it's not the country that owns this grades. It's the people that owns this grades and show, as much as I want to say, grades don't mean anything. Grades mean a lot. And so the state do not own the grades. The people own the grades. The quality of the grades and the quality of skill your people will have is the education that they get and the level you give them. So you can say that, well, Tinubu and Atiku, what would you say about them? Do you think that their time has come? Put what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe.